You are listening to the Music Ed Mentor podcast, where we teach music educators how to build, manage, and grow thriving school music programs and have long and happy careers. Let's do it. Welcome to episode 12 of the Music Ed Mentor podcast. I am your host, Elisa Jones. You can follow my music education blog at professionalmusiceducator.com or find me on Facebook at Professional Music Educator with Elisa Jones. I live to serve. In this episode, we're doing something completely different than we've ever done before. Instead of one long interview with one special guest, I'm bringing you advice from more than 30 music educators and a few music education supporters from around the country. Because, my friends, I spent 3 amazing days at the national conference, and I cannot even express to you that I had the most amazing experience of a lifetime. If you are a regular listener, you'll remember that I was invited to be a presenter at the national conference, something that has been more than somewhat intimidating for me to think about, if I'm honest. Regardless of any apprehension, though, I went anyway and presented anyway, and I'm so glad that I did. The people who attended my session had a great time, and I learned so much from them and from everybody I met. It was just phenomenal. Sunday evening, we kicked off with a performance from the Presidio Brass. We laughed, we sighed. They were pretty fantastic, although not quite as inspiring, if I'm honest, as the rest of the ensembles to perform over the course of the conference, because they were all made out of students. And I'm going to tell you about them in just a second. But first, a big thank you to Smart Music. They were there at the conference supporting all of the music educators there, and especially the TIME sessions. That's technology and music education. If you don't know about TIME, look them up online. It's a nonprofit that really wants to support you as music educators getting more technology happening in your classroom. So check them out. And a big thanks to Smart Music for sponsoring this episode, of course. So back to the performances. So there was this Latin band that was so hot, I was worried those in the front row would get burned. They took Adele's song and turned it into this abrasive anthem of Latin lovers' spite. It was awesome. On Tuesday, we were treated with this a cappella choir that was nothing less than breathtaking, except maybe mesmerizing. I don't know. They were amazing. Their skill easily rivaled my top-level collegiate choir. And actually, in this episode, we're going to have one of their directors today as well. There was this saxophone quartet. They just wailed. They played Bohemian Rhapsody, and everybody was singing along. It was amazing. Oh, I could just go on and on because the musicianship level of these kids was just ultra inspiring, especially for someone like me who just teaches elementary music. I loved it. Another of the main highlights from the conference was the ability to network with my fellow music educators. I confess that at least one night saw me sipping a glass of wine, slightly inebriated, and surrounded by my 30 new best friends. Because what else do you call people you just met but seem to have everything in common with, right? I know you're probably wondering about my presentation, and I'll tell you, it was the highlight of my time in Dallas. Even though I was to present in one of the smallest rooms, tucked way, way, way in the back of the conference, I ended up having nearly every seat in the room filled and standing room only in the back. I started the session off by turning on a little Beyonce. Irreplaceable. You could just feel the tension in the room evaporate as people came in, relaxed, and several even started singing along and grooving to the beat. It was a perfect setting. Once I got started, I was calm and relaxed and just had a great time interacting with the audience and hearing them share their experiences. We laughed, we cried, we made fart jokes and inappropriate references, and all came out with a goal for how we can improve our lives as music educators. At the end, I had to shoo people out the door to talk to me because we'd been talking for so long afterward that the next session had to begin. The rest of my time there, those that were in attendance were continually coming up and thanking me. If you have the opportunity to present at a conference, if you have something to share and are passionate about, please do so. I've even started to get some excellent Facebook message responses from attendees sharing their own successes the first week after the conference. Since then, it's been fabulous. For the goal being to help music educators build, manage, and grow thriving school music programs and have long and happy careers, I can honestly say that presenting at the national conference brought me a few steps closer to that goal with a few more teachers than I've ever felt before. I truly live to serve. Now, don't feel bad if you weren't there and had to miss my presentation. I'll be sharing a lot of the same information on an upcoming episode, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Conferences in general are one of the best ways for us to stretch ourselves as music educators. I mean, I sat in a session and basically learned by rote and played by ear on the viola. It was not comfortable for me, but I did it anyway and had a fabulous time. So anyway, I was thinking, what is the best way for us to approach conference attendance? What should we be focused on to get the very greatest value out of the different offerings there? Where should we be spending our time really? And what is the value of attending a conference anyway? Is it really worth the time off, the travel, the expenses, the stress? To help me answer these questions, I went around the NAfME conference and enlisted dozens of educators who were in attendance there. I present to you their very best advice for optimizing your music education conference experience, and here they are. I hope you enjoy it. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Scott Scrivener, Fine Arts Director for Horry County Schools in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And the best advice to get things out of the conference, it depends on what your perspective is and what you do. For example, I'm at the district level, so my objective is looking for people that are wanting to relocate and that possibly have experience in all areas of music. For those that currently teach music, I would suggest focusing on the areas that you struggle with or that you want to improve on, and not only gain from that information, but make sure you apply it into the classroom when you return, instead of just listening to the sessions while you're here.
Thank you.
I'm Leslie Schultz. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I teach kitchen sink music, which is a little bit of everything, 612. And the best advice for attending a conference is to attend as many sessions that are outside of your box as possible, because you never know what you may learn from something that's not in your daily teaching practice.
I am Salina Coakley. I'm from Biloxi, Mississippi. I teach elementary music, K through 5. And my advice for getting the best out of this music conference is to talk to people. They will provide you with a wealth of information that you can take back to your classrooms and get your students actively involved.
I'm Lauren Benoit. I teach preschool through 8th grade music in Shreveport, Louisiana. And the best advice that I have for getting the most out of a conference is to plan ahead. You have to know what sessions you're going to want to go to and stake them out first. Be sure to meet people and ask questions and go to as much as you can, because it's short and you'll regret not going to sessions that could teach you a lot. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Paige Vass. I am a special education teacher in Harrisonburg, Virginia. And my best advice for getting the most out of a music conference is read the schedule, read all of the session titles, but click on the information and spend time ahead of time deciding what is going to make the most impact for you.
Hi, my name is Emily Lombardo. I'm a junior at Plymouth State University in New Hampshire, but I'm from Connecticut. Anyway, one piece of advice I have is to not hesitate and to just do it. Just go to the sessions you want, and don't feel afraid to get up and leave during a session, and go to the ones you want.
Hi, my name is Kim Whitehead. I'm also from New Hampshire. I teach grade 9 through 12 choral music, and I would say one of my favorite things to do is to talk to people, to meet people from all around the nation, and to make connections with people who have come here, and sharing ideas and being able to stay in touch afterwards.
Hey Hey, this is Quan Briggs from Atlanta, Georgia, Purpose Built Schools, and I am a co-director, and I'm also the music teacher at my school. My number one advice would be, when you go to any conference, particularly the NAfME conference, network as much as possible. Remember, everyone is here for something, okay? Everyone is here for something. So get to know everyone and be resourceful.
Hey, my name is Daniel Fairweather from Atlanta, Georgia, and Purpose Built Schools in the Atlanta City area. And I'm a band director. And my main advice for those who go to conferences, whether it be your in-town conference or something like national, is to think outside the box. Go to different seminars that you wouldn't normally go to so that you can learn different things. Try something new.
Here.
Hey, what's up? My name is Drew Timms. I'm with Pepware, and we do nothing but custom apparel. And the main thing about stopping by is checking out each vendor and going to each session, as well as taking lots of pictures.
Hi, this is Scott Lehman with the Eastman Music Company, and I'm here at the National Association for Music Educators, and I've been asked to give my advice on what's probably one of the best things that comes out of a conference. I think for educators, knowing more about the music industry side and things that exhibitors have to offer, hopefully it's something they can take back to their classroom and pass on. So thank you for your time and hope to see you soon.
Hello, my name is Mark Probst, and I'm the Performing Arts Specialist for the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools. I'm here on behalf of our National Council of Music Program Leaders. And I think really getting the best out of the conference, I think the neat part is being on top of your game and really coming in and seeing what the trends are in music education and where we're headed and all the different directions, and actually, having the opportunity to peruse some of the vendors and see what good things are offered and stuff. It's just a wealth of knowledge that you get in just such a brief time. It's really cool. So come join us. How's that?
Hello, my name is Paul Murphy, and I'm a teaching artist from the New York Philharmonic, and we're really excited to be at our first NAfME conference. And I've really enjoyed talking to music educators, and we've been talking a lot about our new Young People's Concerts play, which is a chance to bring the New York Philharmonic into your classroom. But I was thinking about what's so amazing about a conference like this is the opportunity to sort of talk to each other and learn from each other. So I know I'm going to be bringing back so much useful information and feedback that I've heard from professional music educators here. And so I guess my advice for people at a conference like this is to talk not only in all of the exhibits and at the sessions, but also especially afterwards at the jam sessions. Very important.
And get drunk, don't get drunk.
Well, I have to be very careful here. I am a trumpet player, but I am a professional, so there's always, of course, a fine line. So you've got to play it very. There's a fine line.
Hi, my name is Melissa Salguero, and I'm here at the NAfME 2017 convention. And my advice to teachers when they come to conventions is to really network with others, connect on social media, talk about ideas and challenges that you have in your classroom, and just keep inspiring others and be inspired by other teachers.
Hi, I'm Julie Mutnansky, and I'm with the Grammy Museum Foundation. And my advice for music educators who attend a conference is to just make sure you check out every single booth. Every person here has something to give, programs to introduce, and things to experience.
Hey, my name's Peter Briggs, and I teach band in Tacoma, Washington. And my advice on how to have a successful conference is to be willing to engage in conversation with people. In addition to just going to sessions, finding times to meet people and talk to people next to you and talk to the presenters helps you get more out of the experience.
Hi, so this is Ronnie Lau with the National Association for Music Education. I'm one of the public policy advisors with our advocacy and public policy team. So I hope everyone's doing well at our conference this year. One of the biggest things I want to advocate to all our music educators who are attending our conference this year is to continue our advocacy work. All politics is local, and we always need our members to support our work through a national and state level through your MEAs. But very quickly, you can visit always our public policy hub to find amazing content and resources to support your program through advocacy initiatives. and also our Grassroots Action Center, which has several tools that you can use to engage in grassroots advocacy efforts with supporting our national programs. So I highly advise you guys to all check out our website and continue to advocate well for your programs. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Abigail Woodard. I'm a student at McLennan Community College in Waco, Texas.
My name is Sammy Stewart Ely, and I am a student at McLennan Community College in Waco, Texas.
My name is Alexander Ramos. I am a student in McLennan Community College in Waco, Texas.
All right, and what's your advice?
Plan ahead. Make sure you can go through the brochure as early as you can and plan out what you're going to do for each day.
Wear the right type of shoes, especially if there's a lot of walking to do, because if you're coming in heels or uncomfortable shoes, it makes your experience a whole lot worse.
Anything else?
I'd say utilize the resources at hand. I know NAfME has an app that they set out for everybody, and it definitely helped with planning ahead for the day so I could see what sessions there were and who was doing them.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
No problem.
Hi there, my name is Matt Edwards. I'm the Fine Arts Director with DeSoto ISD, which is just south of Dallas, Texas. I think if I was going to give advice for a music educator going to a conference, it would be to not limit yourself to conference offerings that just fit inside your comfort zone. Be willing to get outside of your comfort zone and think about how you could utilize other types of educational practices in your own classroom, and that way you might learn something or glean something that you would have never imagined possible in your own classroom.
I am Brian Hutton, and I am the president of the Connecticut Music Educators Association. I think that you should go to every conference you can because you get the face-to-face, all the wonderful communication you never get to have, and you get to meet complete strangers and realize what you have in common. And it's the best PD I think I've ever had. That wasn't quite 18 seconds.
Go ahead.
My name is Sean Alberon. I teach in Clovis, New Mexico, and my advice to any teacher going out to a music convention would be to meet as many of the presenters as you can, go to all the exhibit booths, see as many performances if there are any, and go to a session in all the stuff you're uncomfortable with. So if you're not comfortable singing or playing or improvising, go to all those sessions that you're not comfortable with.
Thumbs up.
Hi, my name's Taylor Hahn. I'm a music teacher and I also work for Soundtrap. And my advice for someone coming to a music conference is find some sessions that you're interested in, go to them, but then as soon as you can, find the people that are like-minded and the people that are doing things that you're interested in doing, and then spend time with those people and pick their brains and see how you guys can connect and help each other out and being able to support your kids and give them new possibilities.
So I'm Mary Jo Neal. I'm from Maryland, and I'm with National PTA. And you should go to conference because you learn all kinds of cool things, meet great people, and get wonderful ideas for your school as well as your programs.
Go ahead.
Okay, my name's Quaver. I'm from England. I run the quavermusic.com. The best way to get the most out of a conference is to go to as many sessions as you can, but also to talk to people, because it's people that have the knowledge. And so you might be sitting next to someone in a session, you might get chatting to them and they might give you some really good ideas. So people and sessions. There we go.
Thank you.
Right. My name is Joshua Crone, and I am the music and performing arts teacher at Brent Elementary School in Washington, D.C. My best piece of advice for getting as much out of a conference as possible is really to go to as many sessions as possible. Sometimes it's okay to step out of a session after really only staying for 10, 20 minutes. And this way, at least, I feel like you can really see a lot of what's out there and hopefully pick up something that you'll effectively use back in your classroom.
Hi, I'm Dan Fear. I'm the coordinator of fine arts from Farmington, New Mexico, and my best advice for attending the conference is smile and meet a lot of new people.
Hi, my name is Rich Maddies. I'm from Ellicott, Maryland, and I'm a junior at the University of Maryland College Park. My best advice for getting the most out of a music conference is pre-planning like what sessions you're going to go to and making sure you're getting a variety of subjects and going to a bunch of different things.
Hi, my name is Rose Alone, and I'm a sophomore at the University of Maryland College Park. My best advice for going to a music conference, even though I haven't been to that many, is to go to sessions that you don't know that much about, because then you can learn more from them.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wingate. I'm the Director of Visual and Performing Arts for Greenville County Schools in Greenville, South Carolina. And my recommendation for getting the most out of the conference is to figure out what is your most burning, pressing issue that you want to basically to take home with you. And for me, example, this year, I wanted to take get to watch as many sessions on technology as possible so that way I can take it back to my teachers and provide all of these resources. So basically just figure out before the conference starts what you want to take home, and then strategically plan those sessions based off of that.
Hello, my name is Valencia Howard. I teach vocal and music, which includes choral and piano, at Dr. Henry Wise High School in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, which is, I believe, the 14th or 15th largest school system in the country. In the country, I beg your pardon. The question is how I get the most out of a major music conference or a national music conference. I think in this case you get to experience workshop sessions from clinicians that your own district or even your own state could not afford to bring in on that level. You also get to meet and mingle and network with other colleagues from around the country, and that's an opportunity that is absolutely priceless. You also get some time out of your classroom to rejuvenate, which also is priceless. So the combination of the three makes it absolutely worthwhile coming here.
Thank you.
My name is Travis Coakley. I'm from Biloxi, Mississippi, and I'm the Director of Bands and Director of Fine Arts for the school district. Coming to a music conference is one of the best things you can do to recharge your batteries, learn some new things to take back to your classroom. The best advice I can give is go to as many sessions as possible, because you're guaranteed to take at least one or two things back home that'll really benefit you and your students.
Thank you.
My name is Stacy Rosso. I am a professor at Florida Atlantic University in choral and vocal studies. My best advice for getting the most out of a music conference is to attend things you don't necessarily think that are in your wheelhouse.
Hi, my name is Jean Reynolds. I supervise performing arts programs for a large district in Florida. That's music, theater, and dance. And my best advice for getting the most out of a music conference is to have a plan. To look at the sessions and sometimes just to have a focus rather than ping-ponging back and forth between everything. I want to learn about this, and I'm going to choose all the topics that pertain to the thing that you most need.
J.G. Norman, I'm Professional Development Manager for the National Association for Music Education, and one of the projects that I do for the association is managing the sessions at the in-service conference. And so my biggest tip is just go. Make sure you're here, make sure you're at the conference, and go to the sessions. Don't take too many coffee breaks. Don't, wander off somewhere else and miss the content. Come, network, meet the people, pass out your cards, collect people's cards, and make those personal connections. You've got a wealth of knowledge here. I tell people all the time, the networking opportunities you have at the National In-Service Conference will change your life. It is a priceless opportunity that you have, unique to NAfME.
I do hope you enjoyed and gleaned a lot of great advice from all of those music educators and music education supporters that were there at NAfME. And thank you to all of you who let me record you right on the spot. I know that was probably outside of your comfort zone, but you did it anyway. So listeners, don't forget to grab your freebie for this episode, 8 ways to optimize your conference experience. It's a checklist for you to download embedded in the smartmusic.com blog post. Simply go to smartmusic.com/blog and in the little search bar, enter 012. We'll be coming back to you in December with my episode on lifestyle design for the music educator, as well as a very special episode all about job transitions, how to know when it's time to leave your current job, what you need to have on your resume to land your next perfect job, and how to find that new job as well. I've tapped 5 music educators from a variety of backgrounds to bring you that episode, and you won't want to miss it. Until then, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing to help educate and support music educators, why not share this podcast with your friends? Even just 2 friends joining us will make a difference. You can also open up your podcast app on your phone and leave us a 5-star rating. This is how we help get out to more music educators. So like us, rate us, and share the love. And of course, thank you for being you and doing all that you do for those awesome kids and nearly adults in your classroom. Smile a little bigger this week, breathe a little deeper, and take time every day to be thankful for what you're doing because you're living a unique and amazing life. Until next time, keep teaching on.